You know, sometimes life feels like you're walking in a tunnel, and no matter how far you go, you can't see the light at the end. It's like you're trying so hard to move forward, but every step feels like you're sinking deeper into the unknown. And in those moments, it's so easy to wonder, God, where are you? I've been there. I know what it feels like to cry out to God, and the only response you hear is silence. It's tough. We expect God to show up in big, obvious ways, and when He doesn't, it's like, God, are you even listening? Are you still with me? But then, I think of the times I thought God wasn't working, only to realize later He was doing so much behind the scenes. It reminds me of how sometimes we plant seeds, and for a while, it seems like nothing's happening. But all along, under the surface, the seed is taking root, growing in a way we can't see until suddenly it breaks through the ground. Life is like that with God. We don't always see the progress right away. But that doesn't mean He's not working. It doesn't mean He's forgotten us. Even when we feel overlooked, God is there, laying the foundation for something greater. You might not see it now, but trust me, He's moving. And it's not just about waiting for the big breakthrough. Sometimes, God is in the little things. The kind words from a friend, the moment of peace in a chaotic day, the strength to just keep going when you feel like giving up. God is with us in those moments too. He's reminding us that He's still present, still faithful, still working. Faith isn't about having all the answers. It's about trusting in God's goodness, even when we don't understand. When we don't know the why or the how, we can trust the who. You might feel like you're in a season of waiting right now, waiting for answers, waiting for direction, waiting for a breakthrough. But know this, God's timing is perfect. We may not always understand it, but there's purpose in the waiting. Just like the seed that takes time to grow, sometimes God is preparing us for what's ahead, even when we don't realize it. He's shaping us, refining us, getting us ready for something greater. Isaiah 40:31 says, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." I remember reading about how God was with Moses, even when things looked impossible. The Israelites were stuck between the Red Sea and an approaching army. From a human perspective, it seemed hopeless. But God was already preparing a miracle. The sea didn't part until the very last moment. But when it did, the path forward became clear. Sometimes, God waits until the last possible moment to show us the way. Not because He's forgotten, but because He's teaching us to trust Him, even when we can't see the way forward. And trust, it's a choice. You're not forgotten. You're not alone in this. And you don't have to carry the weight of it all on your shoulders. Sometimes it's okay to just breathe, to trust that God's working, even when we don't feel it. Like it says in Psalms, "Be still and know that I am God." Psalm 46:10.